Ankalaev taking on Pereira 2. Right away, comes out, throws a 1-2. He just got on him super fast. If Ankalaev was a sniper, he could have caught him right here. Wow. This is where Alex thrives. He's given this guy an opportunity to make a decision, and hopefully he messes up. Sometimes, usually it's this shot, Alex slips and comes back with a 2-3, lands that right there. Wow. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a void breakdown. Ankalaev taking on Pereira 2. Now, this fight was very short. It ended like, a minute and a half, whatnot. But we're going to break down the fight. Some of the things that Alex Pereira did so well. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, but also hit the bell to know we go live. We just did the Mighty Guru podcast. And one of the things that we don't really take into consideration is how big of a frame Alex Pereira is, right? Like, everybody says, oh, go take it down, go take him down. And yeah, they can't take down this massive body of an athlete. Obviously Ankalaev did try to take him down, but it was out of desperation when he was getting worked. So typically you don't want to shoot when you're hurt. You want to be able to shoot on your own accord when you're going to be able to take him down. And let's take a look right here. Now, the only thing that, is separating the two by much is the age. The older gentleman beat the younger guy. Obviously he has more experience when it comes to kickboxing, but he was able to knock him out. But everything else is pretty much identical. Besides, if I didn't see this, the reach, 79-inch reach over to 75. But I think this is the one that kind of like, he's 38. Like, I retired when I was 37. So I was already out of the game before I hit this age. The fact that Alex Pereira is still in it and knocking people out that are younger than him, it's pretty damn impressive. So let's continue. 21-1-1 and 12-3. I mean, he's had way more MMA fights, but I don't believe he's had more kickboxing matches. And boys, this video is sponsored by Prize Picks. Now, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports game played directly from your phone or your computer. Now, it's very simple. It's either more or less. You pick, predict, and play. New users, if you use my promo code MIGHTY, you play $5, you get $50 instantly in your lineup. And for example, how do you play the game? Kansas City quarterback. Do you think he's going to go over 298.5 yards? If you do, you go with more. If you don't believe so, you're going to go with less. And your boy, we just cleaned up. We just dropped one on Sunday. We just got a W. Very simple, very easy. We went more with Jordan Mason. Excuse me, we went less with Jordan Mason for 65.5 yards. Ashton Genty more with the reception targets, and then we went more with Breece Hall. That man ran for 113 yards. Clean this up with a clean $1,500 on Sunday Night Football. So boys, lock in your picks at the right place, which is Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the breakdown of Alex Pereira. And there is the signature. Just want to point out the guy's using a Sony FX3, but Alex Pereira doing his traditional bow to the arrow to the bow to the opponent, and there's Alex Pereira. Now, one of the things that I said is that he looked refreshed. If you go back, I want to bring this up real quick. If you look at Alex Pereira's, what he was doing between those fights when he was fighting, Khalil Roundtree and this athlete and this athlete and this athlete. When he fought Khalil Roundtree, when he fought Yuri Prohaska, then he fought Jamal Hill, he was going back to back and defending his belt. God, the UFC's website is so horrible when it's trying to find certain stuff. Good Lord, I'll just go to Google. There we go. I just want to bring up like what he's doing. Look at this right here, boys. Make sure. Look at this, okay? Look at this. So, he fights him, beats him, right? But March of 2025, he fights. Then he turns around, fights him. What is it? We're in October. He fights him. But let's go to 2024. Okay, so 2024, October 5th, October, November, December. Let's go April. Yeah, so April, he fights Jamal Hill. He beats him. April, May, June. 2 months later, he turns around and fights Yuri Prohaska. So there's not a lot of time between here. And then after that, he fights Khalil Roundtree, another banger fight, round 4. He beats him October. And then he turns around again. October, March. So October, November, December, January, February, March. 5 months later, he fights Ankalaev. And then he turns around and fights again. So from March to October, March, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. He had 7 months to get ready for this event. No traveling, no back-to-back. So in that 7-month time, last year, he fucking went on a banger, took 7 months off to come back. So he was well refreshed when he was going to fight Ankalaev. And I like that. I like when an athlete's fresh when he's ready to fight. But there he is. He's got the death stare. He's ready to rock and roll against Ankalaev. Okay, right away, comes out, throws a 1-2. Now, the 1-2 was, he did overextend here, but he just got on him super fast. Didn't really worry about it, right? Like, let's say this could have been a case of Mark Hominick versus Korean Zombie, Chain Zong Jung. This is the exact same thing that Mark Hominick did. He comes across, boom. If Ankalaev was a sharpshooter, sniper, he could have fucking caught him right here. Right here. Whop. What a shot that can put him out. But Ankalaev isn't that. But also him coming across the void and just initiating the fight right off the rip is also a good thing because it gave him opportunity to get into the fight. And it's also, whoa, 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 whoa. Usually Alex comes across and throws a fucking flying kick, but this time he chose a 1-2. Right? He's trying to get there in that void right where he wants to be. You know, Ankalaev did throw some push kicks to try to get us some distance so he get a beat on Alex, but Alex was not having that bit of it. And there's, you know, a shot, you know, did it seem like this landed or affected Alex's approach? But he did throw this. But Alex, this is where Alex thrives. In this area right here, where he's given this guy an opportunity to make a decision and hopefully he messes up. Sometimes usually it's to this shot, Alex slips and comes back with a 2-3, but I don't even think, I think Ankalaev is just trying to get an option to either go this way or that way. It just all depends what Ankalaev wants to do and what Pereira wants to give him the option to do. Right there, him measuring right there, just trying to keep this close distance on Ankalaev so Ankalaev can't get, because I felt the first time they fought, Ankalaev did a good job of going lateral, push kicking, doing some good combinations going to the body, but I felt like he wasn't locked in, as they say now in the new kids, right? Looks locked in. Oh. And Ankalaev, you know, looking at him, trying to find a way to get past this guard. And typically, you know, you go to the body and try to go around the guard, but, you know, Alex Pereira was just on a different level. Well refreshed, ready to go. Right there, once again, same thing. That arm out, almost kind of like that Henry Cejudo style, the karate style, trying to measure, keep a beat on him. And then they did exchange. You know, Ankalaev did go for the inside to kick out his base, but like I said before, man, he was ready to just go. Like there's no way to cut it. He was just ready to fight. And I always tell people, like, when you just get on somebody and force them to fight, they tend to make mistakes, or you're able to land a big shot and early in the fight, and he was able to do that. Right here, boom. That's the shot that landed, but even from there, it didn't look like it was a big devastating shot. Like when you see it on a different angle, but on a different angle when he landed it. But obviously he landed it a good shot. Right here it comes, ducks down, right, and then see, he tried to counter hook him right here. He tried to counter hook him, so he's fully extended from his body when he's at his most vulnerable point. The body is strong when it's contracted, not when it's, you know, elongated. But lands that fucking shot right there. Whack. And then he shoots. That's the worst thing you do. And credit to Alex. Look, he's stepping to the right. He's stepping into this hook right here, into the arm. And he's also got, putting his, once again, he's put him back in that state. elongating him. That way that shot is not going to be strong. And he's also shooting out of desperation because he got rocked. Right? Pushes him over, pulls down. And there it is right here. That's all she wrote. I mean, he's doing a good job. He's got one hand here, keeping a nice frame from Alex, landing the big shots on Ankalaev. Ankalaev looks like he's in half guard. I'm trying to look at the feet, but it almost looks like he's in a crush butterfly, because that looks like Ankalaev and that's Ankalaev. So it looks like he's almost in a semi-baby mount on the legs. So there's nothing really Ankalaev to do. Ankalaev can't get any butterfly hooks to push him away because that frame's pushing away. Yeah. Then he goes to knee shield. So one of the things, what can Ankalaev do to help himself is he has this knee shield here. He uses this knee to push against Alex Pereira to push his back away. Look at Ari Emanuel. Exactly, yes. Our stock is going to rise even more on Monday, even though we just got $7.7 billion. Back to the thing. He can push, extend himself to give himself a knee shield. That way he can give him more of a break to be able to get back into the fight. But he stays curled up, which keeps his head here, which gives Alex Pereira the opportunity to land down those shots, which he's about to do right now. Right there. And see, you see right here, he's starting to do it. This is what he needs to do. But see how that knee is still there on him? He needs to push Alex back this way. And it's going to scoot him this way. Ooh, that's a horrible. That is a horrible. Push him this way. And then he scoots himself that way to create some distance from his head and him throwing strikes. But he doesn't. He stays right there, which gives him the perfect, you know, punch it back to beat up the body and soften him up. And then, you know, come into a TKO. He doesn't scoot away. Right? Still not scooting away. Staying there. Alex is long. He can land those shots. The right hand, the left hook, whatever he wants, because he's not using that knee shield to push away. And then once again, this is a great frame right here. Great frame. But if you don't utilize it, it doesn't get you anywhere. You basically give him like a cushion to just be telling you. And the emphasis 12-6 elbow. 12-6. If you have a clock, you know, 12, 3, 9, essentially, you know, going down and up. 12-6, you know, down and up. It is a great elbow to use. It cuts through the guard. You know, if he has to throw an elbow like this or slice an elbow, it doesn't cut through the guard like it does with a 12-6. Very, very devastating elbow. These one aren't as bad, but the one he hit him in the rib, oh my God, that one is nasty. Let me see if they're gonna show it. Right here. Here. Once again, I keep talking about that knee shield. Not doing nothing. And then Alex being able to put down the guard. To put his weight down and keep on throwing those shots. I mean, Ankalaev just went out of there, man. That first shot just rocked him so bad that he had no answer or to use the knee shield or just kick away. Kick away. Get the threat away from you so you can reassess everything. And right here. Ta-da! And then him looking at him. Like, these guys are going back and forth at UFC PI. And that happens, man. Like, I just showed you guys his work rate, his work schedule for 2024 and 2025. Just an absolute workhorse. Just one after another after another. And now him having 7 months to come back and put on a performance like this was well needed. Well needed. And then there's Ankalaev recognizing him, memeing on him, or farming on him. What's he gonna do? Get up and fight? It already happened. And then that's just Alex showing him, like, dude, like, I wasn't at my peak. Jared Leto's happy. He'll probably be in Tron 3. Yeah, I mean, there's okay, let's take a look at his stats. Alex landed 28 out of 4. He threw 9 strikes. 1 takedown attempt. Missed that. 4-9, 28 strikes. And those were significant strikes. Those were significant strikes. Maybe not all of them were, but like the leg kicks on stuff, I'm going to go there. 120 KO. Elbows to the head from guard. He wasn't in a guard. Well, he wasn't in a guard, but they can fix that. They want to. They want to get super analytical. Wasn't in guard. He was kind of like in a, because a guard It's kind of like a knee shield. But the biggest thing is what's next. Right here, our good man, MMA guru, Tom Aspinall must fulfill his side of the deal and finish Ciryl Gane at UFC 321. And once he does, we need Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira for the Undisputed Heavyweight World Championship live on pay-per-view at the White House. I like that. I like this more than John Jones. I think this is a great fight. I think this is the fight that needs to happen if Tom Aspinall can get through Ciryl Gane, because Alex Pereira has mentioned that he would like to go up to heavyweight. I think it'll be awesome. And if he goes up to heavyweight and beats Tom Aspinall, man, what a career by Alex Pereira, somebody who was in kickboxing, comes to UFC, beats Izzy, loses to Izzy, goes to light heavyweight, becomes light heavyweight champion, loses his belt, gets his belt back. What an amazing story. Alex Pereira, congrats. Now we need to finish our business. I don't know what Khamzat Chimaev is smoking or talking about. I didn't know they had business to begin with, but you know, just for the fact that if so let's play devil's advocate. Let's say Khamzat's like, okay, he beats you know, the winner of RDR. He beats RDR. Sorry guys, long night. He beats RDR, comes up and fights Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev comes up to fight Alex Pereira for 205. I'll entertain it. I want to see if he can take down Alex Pereira. If he can't take down Alex Pereira gonna eat his ass up for breakfast on the feet, because I don't think Khamzat Chimaev can stand with Alex Pereira. I don't think he can. DDP was piecing him up. And there he is. POATAN's back. Shama's back, boys. I know everybody is happy that they got a devastating KO artist back as a champion at the light heavyweight division. And I'm excited to see what he does next for his event, his next fight. I hope, for me selfishly, I hope he doesn't fight. I hope they have him there front row, MSG, excuse me, not MSG. MSG is JDM versus Islam. I hope they have him there for Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall. If Tom Aspinall beats Ciryl Gane, they have Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira June at the White House. They don't have to have him keep being so fucking active. Let other athletes fill those cards. Let him rest, get him fresh, ready for the White House card. So boys, if you guys agree with me, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, hit the bell to know we go live, and we will see you guys at the next video.